Hi, this is 365801 and this is another one of my Buzzword Reading Challenge videos where I try and do this with only my BL physical manga. Now the light is probably fading, so I apologise if it gets really dark. We're going to see if we can do this. I have my little trusty pink book that I usually use for doing little video ideas and stuff like that. So I have them all written down so that I know which ones might correspond to others. So we're just going to go through them. Now the buzzword for January was the 5 W's, who, what, where, when, why, and so I endeavoured to read What Did You Eat Yesterday, and I got 6 volumes I think read. I think I've only taken out 5, but I have 6 volumes read, which I love. It's really good and I'm going to enjoy reading the rest of it. Now February's was pronouns or possessive pronouns, and so What Did You Eat Yesterday would work for that one too, as well as My Love Mix-Up, Only Serious About You, Teach Me Tutor, Don't Call Me Daddy, and a recent read, The Vampire and His Pleasant Companions. March's was locations, and I have read Birds of Shangri-La, Olympus by Aki, Casino Lily, and maybe this one works as well, Cast Heaven. I guess heaven's a location, if you believe it. April's buzzwords were big, little, small, large, those kinds of words. And I did read Little Butterfly as part of the buddy read with Katie. May's buzzword was directions, and I'm kind of going with return of the prince. If you need to return somewhere, that's a direction. But also take me to heaven if you take me somewhere. But to be honest, a couple of these I'm not entirely sure would work. I also read Cut by Toko Kawaii, and I'm not sure if they really count for directions. I'll have to think about that. Now for June's buzzword, it is all, and unfortunately, out of everything that's here, and I've read quite a lot, I don't think I have anything that has all in the title. So I will need to read something in my collection with all in the title to be able to complete this challenge. Now July's buzzwords were bookish words, and I did read in the 1330 in April, Check Please, Book 1 and Book 2, and it specifically says book in the title. So Check Please, Book 2, Sticks and Scones, or Check Please, Book 1, #hockey. And I wasn't sure if that was going to count or not until I remembered that we did a buddy read, me and Katie, of Behind Story. So story is a bookish word, and I have 3 volumes of that. So I'm really pleased I did this buddy read with Katie. Now the buzzword for August is really easy, and it's just items or objects. So I'm just going to pull out a couple really quickly. First one, we did buddy read, love a stage, so a stage. Baseball heaven, a baseball. Our dining table, a dining table. We also have, let's see, Only the Flower Knows, a flower. Candy Color Paradox, candy. There's quite a few, even if I'm just looking around, I can see quite a few things. Twittering birds never fly, so birds as well, I suppose. So yeah, there were plenty of things to go with for this one. Now, I'm really happy I took part in the Manga Freakathon this year, because almost every year I do a reread of Lychee Light Club by Usamaru Furuya, and I needed one for September that was light, dark, darkness, shadows, anything like that. And I have read this. This is a reread, but I read it every year and it's great. October's was also really easy because it was creatures or animals, and so I have Birds of Shangri-La. Of course, Twittering birds never fly. Toretan, birds of a feather. A polar bear in love. Another buddy read, which was Monster and the Beast by Renji. And I thought I would just include this, although it's not technically BL, it is by a mangaka who I absolutely love, and it is part of my physical collection. The White Cat's Revenge, as plotted from the Dragon King's lap, because it has two, an animal and a creature. So I just really like this one. I highly recommend it. It's beautiful. There is a third volume, and I think a fourth volume out in Japan. Doing my wee plug for Aki, as usual. November's buzz read were ing words, so anything that had an ing in it. So once again, I'll show Our Dining Table, but also a new one for me, which was Melting Lover, a Kuma published one by Bukuro Yamada, which is really interesting. And of course, a fairly new read for me, Descending Stories Volume 1. This is by Haruko Kumota. I love this and I so want the rest of this series. Hopefully Kodansha will publish a few more volumes because they're starting to get out of print, but I love this one. And December's buzzword was number, so it could have been The World's Greatest First Love, the case of Onodera, that's volume 15, or a fairly recent one that I did, which was Cherry Magic, 30 years of virginity can make you a wizard, so 30 as well. So that is everything I've read and everything that corresponds to one of the buzzword prompts. I've got a wee pile down here on the floor. So yeah, absolutely loads, but unfortunately it does mean that my June has nothing. I tried thinking of things, but no. So I'm gonna have to go into my drawers and try and find. The other one that I wasn't quite sure of was directions here, because I don't know. Return? Take me? I think Take Me is alright. So maybe I need to look out to see if there's any other directions ones. That's definitely like a direction. That was a bit more appropriate for like my male romance ones. But I'll definitely have to have a look in my drawers to see if I can find any that have all in the title. My goodness, I'll also have to tidy all of this up now. I'm not looking forward to that. Now, I was just thinking about all, but then I remembered that there is a particular title that's really good for directions just around the corner, and that is 100% a direction. So I think for this video, I'm going to have to read Toko Kawaii's just around the corner, just to be able to say 100% that I have read something that has directions in it. I've also had a wee look to see for all, and I do have this one, which is I've Seen It All, volumes 1 and 2, and I've got 2 volumes of 2. I also have volume 3, which is the third volume in the series, but it's not in this collection. So I could read the first 2 volumes, but I'd actually love it if this would be a buddy read with Katie, so I'm not sure if I want to read this without having my third volume and see if Katie has it, or when she gets it. I don't know about her collection, and then maybe read it, because I've Seen It All. Looks so cute. Shoko Takaku. Oh, but yeah, I really want to read this one. I'd love to read this one, in fact. Now, a really big one is, of course, Kiss All the Boys, volumes 1 and 2, and of course there's a third volume, which I am so excited and so lucky. I have now got in my little stack here all the boys. So I have 3 volumes. of Kiss All the Boys, and that could definitely get read for this. So I guess this is going to be my TBR for this video. Kiss All the Boys, volumes 1, 2, and 3, and Just Around the Corner. I might leave off reading I've Seen It All, just because I want to be able to read all 3 volumes. I did think of a few other titles, and one I do have in physical. I also have a digital copy on my Kindle, so I could read it, but it's not part of my physical BL collection, and that is No Touching at All by Yoneda Ko. I absolutely love that one. 100% I would read it without any compunction and get this prompt done. I would be very happy about that, because it's definitely worth a reread, and I think it's time for a reread. And thinking about it now, I really want to read it, but it's not a physical copy. And there is another one which is kind of a bit odd. It's called All Nippon Airlines, with the capital letters, which spells anal, which of course is hilarious. Very juvenile 12-year-old humour, but I love it. But I haven't read that one, and that would have been a perfect one to read as well, because it gets it off my TBR, but unfortunately it is in my other collection as well. So to be able to complete this challenge, and having read so much, I really think that it's worth getting this done. So I'm going to read Just Around the Corner, and I'm going to read this series, Kiss All the Boys, volumes 1, 2, and 3, and get my Buzzword Reading Challenge completed using only physical BL manga. Okay, now I really have to tidy it up. This is gonna take forever. Oh dear. Oh well. Oh well. So I have now finished reading Just Around the Corner by Toko Kawaii, the 801 publication, as well as Dieu's Kiss All the Boys, volumes 1, 2, and 3 by Shioko Kano. And oh my goodness, both of these were very surprising and interesting titles in their own way. Toko Kawaii's Just Around the Corner obviously has her beautiful artwork, so I was enjoying that. And her bravery to not shy away from more difficult or emotional topics. And so it's a nice little story, although I do have to say, just in case you're wondering, it does end up being a student-teacher story, so if you're not a fan, maybe just avoid. Toko Kawaii has done one of my absolute favourite digital-only releases from Sublime, so I really wanted to do a reread of that this year, and I haven't, so I need to get that done. It's really good. On the other hand, like, if I wouldn't say it's from Sublime to the Ridiculous, but it kind of is, because Kiss All the Boys is one of the most insane and over-the-top, crazy, wildest BL yaoi mangas that I have ever read in my life. It follows Tetsuo, who is an estranged father, and his life once his son comes back into it, and he has to spend more time with him, and he finds out that his son is gay, and that he himself, as a porn mangaka, is impotent, and so there's a lot of issues with sexuality, and it's kind of a crazy, wild ride. I do not recommend. I do not recommend. I'm happy I was able to read them though, because now it means that I have all as the buzzword for that month, as well as a very, very clear and obvious direction as well. Just Around the Corner is very, very obvious. I do kind of feel a little bit sad that I wasn't able to read, for example, I've Seen It All as a 3-volume. I think I probably would have enjoyed that a lot more. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I kind of feel like Kiss All the Boys was enjoyable in its way. But I think I still want to read I've Seen It All. I still have my 3rd volume, but it's in my other collection. So the other one that I would have liked to have read, and I definitely would have, and it would have been a reread, so at least I've gone through some of my TBR, is no touching at all, and I have that digitally, so I might just read that as a digital read for December. I'm kind of making up my sort of TBR for December, and I think it's just going to be all things I want to read, not things I need to read, because this month has been a little bit hard for that. Struggling and having to push through. So yeah, but I managed to get them done. I'm looking forward to, I think it's the first week of December, Kayla has said that the buzzword for 2023 video, the announcement, will go up. So I'm really excited about it. I feel good that I was able to complete the buzzword both in physical BL manga from my collection and through Futekia, which is a great library service if you're interested in BL manga. Go check it out. They've got a special deal on, but I think it might finish by the time this video goes up. But yeah, look out for some special deals and things, or just head on over, make an account, and you can read the first chapters of almost all the manga, I think, for free. So you can check out the service there. And also with the Male Romance that I read this year, I was able to get the buzzword done 3 times over. Yay! So patting myself on the back there. I really enjoyed doing it the first time they did. Kayla did it as a year-long reading challenge, and I tried to do videos every month, and I enjoyed doing that. And I'd like to do something a little bit more involved for 2023, because although I have done this and I have taken part, it wasn't as invested as it was in the previous year. So I'd like to do a little bit more. So if you're interested in taking part, let me know if you're taking part as well, and we can see if we can do some buddy reads or something together. That would be cool. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really pleased I was able to get it done and get it done with my physical, all my physical manga. So yeah, let's look forward to next year's Buzzword Reading Challenge for 2023. I'm 365801, and I make videos about BL manga, yaoi, male romance, and all that good stuff. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below, share, all those great things that help out the channel. And I have a Patreon, and so if you'd like to know more about that, it's in the description down below as well. Take care everyone, I will see you in the next video. Bye!